Welcome to WNBA basketball on 2K Sports. And tonight it'll be the Dallas Wings going up against the New York Liberty. This is Blake Suniga alongside Tim Swartz and Brian Benefitemi, and we're excited for some 2K hoops.
And a lot of motivation to win this game. There might be a little contention between these two teams.
Oh, yeah, it could get spicy. And it's not like these teams play offense. Since they're in different conferences, they don't see each other too much.
Yeah, and that's what makes this particular rivalry special. Nothing like a little East-West action.
Here's Goddess. No good with the layup. Here's Willie. Pass to Lopez Seneschal. Screen by Lopez Seneschal. Now Howard. Shoots over Jones. The Wings with another miss. Outside, Lainey Hamilton. And about 1 minute gone in the first quarter. Stewart. McCowan defending. Shot clock at 6. Outside, Lainey Hamilton. Brianna Stewart from outside. Misses that one. She's 0 for 1 from the floor. Here's Willie, covered by Ionescu. Howard the screen. And there's the 3-second violation. New York ball. And it's New York's ball. A little over a minute and a half into this first quarter. Here's Goddess. Gets herself open and drills it.
Both teams have started out a bit sluggish. It really took a while for that first basket.
Here's Willie, covered by Ionescu. Inside, McCowan. It's good, and she makes her first shot of the game.
Obviously, McCowan's 6'7" size helps her down low, but she also has a little host of ways to beat you in some nice touch.
And when you talk about Natasha Howard, you have to look at more than those scoring numbers. Her impact goes deeper than that.
I think sometimes, us as broadcasters, analysts, we can normally measure players a little bit too much with their scoring average. Howard's won 3 titles in major part because of her defense. She's won a Defensive Player of the Year, and she does so many things on the floor that don't show up in the box score.
One of the game's best players. Stewart is the type of player you build your franchise around.
Now here's Lopez Seneschal. Pass to Gumbawale. Howard. Back to Gumbawale. Shot clock at 5. To the paint. McCowan, no good.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. Because 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup.
Goddess with the ball. McCowan's there. And we're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Lopez Seneschal can't hit. New York leading. Now here is Goddess. Picked by Jones. Here's Goddess. Up and in on the layup.
Give an assist there, not for a pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed her up and really just made that layup possible.
Now here's McCowan. Here's Willie, covered by Ionescu. Here's Howard, and she drops it in from the low post.
Once Howard collects inside, just one thing on her mind: score.
Tipped. And up the court come the Wings on the break. That doesn't go, and she's 0 for 1 from the field. And it's New York's ball. Now Goddess. Ionescu outside. 6 on the shot clock. And not going to go. She misses her first attempt of the night. The Wings trail. Here's Willie. She hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Back to Gumawale.
It's Lou Lopez and a shawl on the wing.
Just 4 to shoot. Shoots. She nails it, and we're tied up.
Easy look off the pass from Howard. Great awareness. Leads to the bucket.
New York calls timeout. So Liberty making a switch here. Vandersloot with it.
And here's Goddess. Picked by Jones.
Goddess, no good.
Here's the Wings with the ball. Pass to Lopez Seneschal.
Three by Howard.
Lopez Seneschal outside.
6 to shoot. This one for 3. Connects from 3-point range.
She might not be the top sharpshooter in this league, but that's not a shot that D can afford to give to her.
Here's Stewart. And just miss after miss right now.
Here's Willie.
Outside Agumawale.
McCowan covered by Goddess.
Back to Agumawale.
Pass to McCowan.
Outside Agumawale. Back to McCowan. Throws back up. And she gets the bucket.
The concentration, the fire from McCowan. Wow, able to hit the shot despite the D being all over her.
Picked by Jones.
Now here's Goddess.
McCowan defending.
Here's Goddess. And the layup's good off the glass.
Shots are falling. She's having a strong quarter.
Dallas in the lead.
Here's Willie. It's Lou Lopez Seneschal on the wing.
Outside Howard. Outside Agumawale. Just 5 to shoot. Lets it go from the wing. Second shot opportunity. They recover it.
Pass to McCowan.
The 3.
Rebounded by Jonquel Jones.
Rebounding is going to be a focal point for them in this one, fellas.
Yeah, Brian, it has been so far. They've already got a nice edge on the glass.
Now here is Goddess. Down low. Here's Vandersloot. Goddess.
Outside Stewart. It's over Lopez Seneschal.
Stewart with the bucket.
The mid-range is really one of the many parts of her offensive game. Stewart is deadly from that area. That's part of why she's so difficult to defend.
Here's Willie.
Outside Agumawale.
Howard the screen.
From downtown, and Arike Agumawale, good for 3.
A skilled shooter from outside the arc. Agumawale is someone that loves getting space to take these shots.
Picked by Jones.
And it's good. Fought through the contact, hit the shot, and she'll go to the line.
And we're in the thick of the WNBA season now, fellas.
Yeah, this is when you start to feel those aches and pains. Second half of the season is when it catches up to you.
Yeah, and for the teams that come out on top, it's usually the ones that are able to persevere through those challenges.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Segrist outside. Pass to Uzan. Now here is McCowan. Segrist.
Covered by Thornton. Lets the floater go. And that one's good. Booyah. The Liberty trail. Now here is Goddess.
She's got 9. Picked by Jones.
Now here is Goddess. She's guarded closely. score the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a nifty 5 for 7.
Hot start for her, hitting 5 of her first 7 shots.
Here's Uzan.
And they call an illegal screen here.
Well, I just think an illegal screen, it's one of the toughest calls for an official to...
Pass to Goddess. Laney Hamilton the screen.
Quarter number 2 and around 3 minutes gone by. Goddess with the ball. Clock at 6.
Back to Laney Hamilton.
Bangs home the trifecta.
You know, she's not going to miss those very often, even from deep. The D has to close down on her.
And in this second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already.
Pass to Segrist.
Agumbawale with it. Clock at 4.
Segrist outside.
3-pointer. The rebound by the Liberty. 3-pointer Sabrina Ionescu. And that comes off the assist by Courtney Vandersloot.
Back-to-back 3-pointers for them. The defense is slacking off a little.
You've got to respect that 3, or you'll give up points in a hurry.
Segrist gets the bucket.
Boy, not too much respect shown to her by the defenders.
New York in the lead. Now Goddess. She's got 11. It's in. Basket number 6 for her thus far. She has missed only 2 shots from the floor. Agumbawale with it.
Outside for Segrist.
Just 5 on the clock.
Here's Willie.
Vandersloot defending. Off the mark there with the 3. On offense, here's the Liberty. And here's Goddess. She's got 13. It falls for her 7th bucket of the contest. She's 7 for 9 today.
Defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And if they don't start showing some aggression, things are just going to get worse.
Here's Willie. Pass to Segrist.
Arike Agumbawale on the wing.
Screen by Segrist.
Good on the 3-point shot.
Talk about falling asleep on defense. I don't know how you can give a shooter like her that much space from beyond the arc.
When you look at Arike Agumbawale's scoring numbers, they're historically good.
She came into the 2024 season averaging 20.5 points per game. That's the 3rd best average ever, and only Brianna Stewart has a better career average amongst active players. I mean, Arike's offensive arsenal is unreal.
Now here's Agumbawale. She has 6. To the middle. Brown. That one falls, coming off Arike Agumbawale's nice feed.
Because Agumbawale draws so much attention in the pick and roll game, she's more than happy to facilitate.
Picked by Jones. Now here is Goddess. She's covered by Brown. And it's going to be a 3-second call. And the Wings making a change here.
Substitution.
They can shave the deficit to single digits right here.
Here's Willie, covered by Ionescu. Segrist outside.
To the inside. Shot from the low block. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
She's got to be a little embarrassed for joining the Paratroopers Club on that pump fake. Come on, you got to be a little bit more disciplined.
Now here is Goddess. 17 points in the game. Here's Willie, covered by Ionescu. Pass to Lopez Seneschal. Here's Willie. McCowan inside and stolen by Thornton. And here's Ionescu. Buries it from three-point range.
He's coming to life after a slow start in the first quarter.
Here's Willie. Pass to Howard. Now McCowan. Over Goddess. McCowan, no good. Now here's Ionescu. 6 points for her. Stewart with the screen. Now here's Goddess. Not a lot of room. 4 on the clock. It drops. That's her 9th field goal of the contest. A blistering hot 9 for 11. Here's Willie. Lopez Seneschal outside. Segrist. Five to shoot. Here's Willie, covered by Ionescu. And it's Brianna Stewart with the rebound.
Very close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Not a great habit to get into, letting her get that wide open.
Now here is Stewart. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Second personal.
Fouled on that play, but Stewart isn't worried. She's tough and relishes any chance she can get to score some points.
Well, Liberty making a switch here. And it would take a major comeback for them to get back into this one.
Yeah, I mean, the chances of that happening are extremely slim.
Here's Willie, covered by Ionescu. Will it go? Back to Lopez Seneschal. Pass to Howard. Lopez Seneschal outside. 6 to shoot. Here's Willie. The 3. Doesn't go that time.
Offensively, she's really struggling this quarter.
Now here's Goddess. And she was camped there in the lane, and she gets a 3-second call. A challenging stretch for Dallas here. And they could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Yeah, too many empty possessions. I mean, it's simple. They need points.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Tries again. Howard misses.
You see defenders afraid to get in her way a lot of times when she's on her way to the bucket, but not that time.
Now Goddess. Got it off in time and released it in time, but it's off the mark. And we've reached halftime in this one. It's the Liberty up by 15. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. Welcome back to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the final 2 quarters. We've seen Goddess really having a great game here.
How about her scoring in the first half? She's looked like a very different player today, an elite player.
Yeah, and she's been a pleasant surprise for them, that's for sure. She really hit on something that worked in those first 2 quarters.
And so it's New York with it. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. And the shot count, she's fouled. That's a chance for a 3-point play.
Of their last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is smash mouth basketball, guys.
Yeah, they're really imposing their will offensively and getting exactly the kind of looks they want.
Here's Willie. Outside Howard. McCowan nails the baby hook.
A quality passer at her position. Howard enjoys finding her teammates in their spots.
Now here's Goddess. McCowan defending. Here's Goddess. And you can count it. She'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
She's created some good opportunities for herself and made the most of them.
On the night, she's 2 for 2 at the stripe.
She knocked down a bunch of shots from the stripe in their last outing.
It was definitely a bright spot for her. I mean, just one look at the box score will tell you that.
And that one misses. Lopez and a shawl outside. To the middle. And she gets that one to go off the front iron. Here's Ionescu. And for those tuning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Picked by Jones. Here's Goddess. Six on the shot clock. Ionescu outside. Drills the three-pointer.
Their second half has started well. They've been good on 3 of their first 4 attempts. I like to see that.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the third quarter. Agumbawale with it. She has 6. Here's Willie. McCowan covered by Goddess. Back to McCowan. Shoots the 3. Hits it from three-point range.
3 straight makes to start the second half.
They're enjoying a commanding lead.
And you know the best part? It gives them an opportunity to give their starters a rest.
Yeah, they might not have to come back in. Dallas with the ball. Pass to Lopez Seneschal. Howard. Howard the screen. Goale from long range. And Jones pulls it down.
They're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Picked by Jones. Here's Goddess. Count it. Right around 3 minutes into this second half. Outside Agumbawale. Parked down low that time and got hit with the 3-second call.
Foolish play. I mean, she's got to be thinking out there.
Which she clearly isn't at this moment. Or maybe she was thinking, just not about basketball.
And they're making this a runaway.
Yeah, the only question here for us to follow is how big the lead will eventually become.
Stewart with the screen. Here's Goddess. Misses and close. Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone now. There's Agumbawale with the 3. Gets it to go from downtown.
Everything going to plan to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
And the Liberty call time here. And the Liberty with possession here. The lead is 15. Picked by Jones. Here's Goddess. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good, and she'll go to the line.
At the line for the Liberty, number 15, 1.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter play now. Here's Willie. She's got 7. Outside Agumbawale. There's the 3. Rebounded by Jonquel Jones. Here's New York now. It's an 18-point game. Here's Ionescu. Jones. And she makes that one.
Gotta appreciate how Ionescu reads the defense. Terrific job of finding the open teammate there.
Here's Willie, covered by Ionescu. Lays it up and banks it in. You know, when you look at Sabrina Ionescu, one of the highlights for her in the offseason, competing against Steph Curry in a three-point contest. That was fun.
It was also special for NBA and WNBA fans. The event took place during the NBA All-Star Weekend, and Sabrina held her own, recording a score of 26 to Steph's 29.
Outside Agumbawale. No good on the triple.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that one.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
Now here's Goddess. Makes it off the glass.
She is setting this place on fire. Her shooting has been off the charts.
Now here's Lopez Seneschal. Defended by Stewart. There's Agumbawale with the 3. And it's good, coming off the assist by Lou Lopez Seneschal.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
The defense, they have to close out quicker.
Now here is Ionescu. She's got 9. From past the arc. Here's Jones. Pass to Goddess. 5 on the clock. Stewart with the ball. Shoots over Lopez Seneschal. Here's Jones. And finally they hit one.
What a mismatch it's been in the post. I mean, where's the defensive adjustment? They're just getting eaten alive out there.
Yeah, I agree. They got to come up with something. A double team, maybe a sub. This is getting ridiculous.
Now here's Agumbawale. She's got 12. To the paint. Here's McCowan. She scores her 5th field goal, and she's taken 9 shots to get there.
She's been a real positive factor, though as a team, they're still falling a bit short there.
Stewart with the screen. So she gets the whistle. Contact on the way up.
Arike
2 shots next.
Second
That one on Agumbawale. And she knocks down the first one. Both shots good from the stripe. Here's Willie. She's got 9. Segrist outside. Here's Willie. Vandersloot defending. Here's Willie. Pass to Uzan. Here's Guia. Good defensive work by Jonquel Jones.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason they have absolutely just controlled this game.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative for sure.
And it started out with the rebounding. It sets a tone.
Count that one.
They continue to get it inside. The defense struggling to just contain them.
And look, when you make 5 in a row from in tight like they have, it also just takes pressure off of your perimeter guys.
Great point.
Now here is McCowan. 10 points for her. Here's Willie. Guia, guarded by Jones. The three-pointer off the mark. On offense, here the Liberty. Three-pointer, Sabrina Ionescu. That shot off the mark.
Remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
And they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. They got to score.
Here's Willie. Vandersloot defending. Here's Willie. She's got 9. Pass to Segrist. Down low. Here's McCowan. Over Goddess. That misses off the backboard. Here's Vandersloot. Good. And Brianna Stewart gets the assist.
Well, Vandersloot is just fearless, getting past the inside contact and getting to her finish.
Cowan.
So the whistle blows on the shot. 2 free throws for the contact there.
First team foul.
First trip to the line for her here. And the first one drops.
Tierra McCowan. 2 shots.
No good on the second free throw. And here's Goddess. 37 points for her. A soft touch off the glass.
Those defenders look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're just getting pushed around on the low block. Maybe coach has got to make a substitution or something to energize his team.
Well, they better rally soon. They've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team, and that 10-rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around.
Now here is Goddess. She's got 39. Back to Vandersloot. Goddess. Vandersloot outside. And there's the shot clock violation.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Willie. Vandersloot defending. Outside, Agunmawale. Drills it from outside.
And you can see her confidence rising bucket after bucket from long range.
And this could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
What a performance it's been.
Picked by Thornton.
Castellini Hamilton.
Now here is Goddess. She's covered by Brown. Shot clock at 6. Picked by Thornton. Here's Goddess. Banked in off the glass.
Performing at such a high level. They've got her to thank for this lead.
Now Kuia. Covered by Thornton. And that one's good. Kuia.
Good possession resulting in the easy one down low.
On offense, here the Liberty. Now here's Goddess.
And you look at the ratings for women's basketball in general, and man, they're exploding.
Well, of course, Caitlin Clark and her team in college shattering records back in her college days. I think we'll continue to see that happen in the W.
Well, the 2024 draft was by far the most watched of all time. So, yeah, it's an exciting time in the league.
Now here's Segrist.
Pass to Kuia. Up top of Gumbawale. And again, it's the wings from deep.
She has been on a tear from three-point range today.
Laney Hamilton the screen.
Fourth quarter of play and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. And that one's good. Goddess.
Well, they've built this lead through plays exactly like that. She's easily been the most consistent performer.
No question about that. I mean, she's just hitting everything in sight.
Back to Gumbawale. And there are the wings with another bucket.
A volume scorer through and through. Gumbawale can generate her own momentum pretty quickly.
Thornton left side. Pass to Goddess. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
They're in good position here thanks in part to her efficient scoring.
Willie. Vandersloot defending. Here's Agumbawale. Here's Willie. Vandersloot defending. Here's Willie. Sinks that one from the post.
She's been a different player in the second half. Her shooting percentage is far better than it was before the break.
Pass to Goddess. Lainey Hamilton the screen. And count the basket. She was fouled and going to the line for one more.
Number 15. Shooting one.
She's been to the line much more here than she was in the first half. She's not playing as tentatively as we saw earlier.
Outside Howard.
Pass to Lopez Seneschal. McCowan.
Outside Agumbawale. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Shoots over Lainey Hamilton.
And a kind roll that time on the rim as that one falls in.
They can't afford to give her that kind of look.
Well, it came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you have to fight over the top of it.
And you need some help as well.
Now here is Goddess. Pick by Jones. Kick out to Ionescu. And she was camped there in the lane, and she gets the 3-second call. So it's Dallas now. Here's Willie. Outside Agumbawale. That 3 off the mark.
They've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but in the rebounding numbers, too.
Yeah, it's been a gritty performance and a physical brand of basketball, but hey, that's how you win.
Bring your lunch pail.
Well, despite her ineffectiveness, the team has found other scoring options.
Here's Willie, covered by Ionescu. Outside Agumbawale. Screen by McCowan. Jacks up a 3.
Offensive rebound. Left side, Lopez Seneschal.
Here's Willie. 6 to shoot. Tough break there. Shot after shot, but they couldn't get anything to fall. Yep, that one goes. Now Goddess. Picked by Jones. Knocked away. Right wing. Ionescu, right side. Baseline jumper.
McCowan with the rebound.
You just assume she's going to knock those down when she's as open as she was there.
Pass to Agumbawale. The 3 ball. Good on the triple.
They come out of halftime smoking hot from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and as hot as they are from out there, there's absolutely no reason not to just keep letting them fly.
I agree, Brian. They should all have the green light.
No question who's been in control of this game.
Yeah, absolutely. They've really taken charge.
Pass to Jones. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
A premier interior scorer, Jones's physical presence is enough to intimidate defenders.
Arike Agumbawale on the wing.
Hamilton covering.
McCowan with the bucket.
She did so well to lead her teammate right to the ideal spot. That's the kind of playmaking coaches like to see.
Now here is Goddess. Got it. Good job in the low post.
They're not letting up, guys. They just keep coming at them.
And I think it's safe to say that lead is too big to overcome at this point. Just not enough time on the clock.
Absolutely.
Howard with the ball. Guarded by Jones. Outside Agumbawale. the rebound. Goddess with the ball. Picked by Jones. And that one's good. Goddess.
I don't want to say that they're trying to run up the score, but they do keep adding up to that lead.
Well, if you won't say it, partner, I will. They're trying to run up the score here.
Thanks for saying that, Brian.
Pass to McCowan.
Rebound, New York. And here's Goddess. Picked by Jones. And she was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws for her. Goes on Natasha Howard. No good on the free throw. And she's good on the second. So it's Dallas now. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Segrist outside. Pass to Sheldon. And here's Brown. Back to Sheldon. Just 5 on the clock. The shot off that time. And so New York takes this one by a big margin. They poured it on tonight. A dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
This game really a defining game for what they can do when they're playing at their best. Being here at home helps, but the execution anywhere was terrific.
And that'll wrap it up.